So it's been a while, and I'm sure all of you want an update on this. But today we're going to be talking about this. Let's change the oil on this 1941 Bradford Metal Master lathe. So when you're buying old machine tools, sometimes you get lucky and you either get them with a user manual or you can find one online. In this instance, I got lucky. So this was found on vintagemachinery.com, and this is the entire user manual for this piece of equipment. So it's got lots of good information, specifically this. This is what we're after. The next sheet here goes over the lubrication schedule, which is extremely important in maintaining these machines. So we've got right here that we're looking for a SAE 20 viscosity oil. It specifies a high-grade, acid-free dehydrated oil. So we're looking for something that doesn't have a lot of or any detergents or anything like that in it. So in this case, we're looking at for a ISO 68 hydraulic oil, which I've got. So under this section, it specifically states that we're going to be reducing or flushing the head out with a mixture of 4 parts kerosene to 1 part light lubricating oil. This should be done every 6 months. I'm assuming this is the 6-month regimen is for a production environment. That's not what I have going on here, so it will most likely be more infrequent than this. Let's go ahead and move back over to the lathe, and we'll start pulling apart the lid off the headstock. Okay, so you saw me trying to get the top cover off, and there was the fill port on top of the plate. Our drain plug is right here, so I'm going to pop that out and see if we can't drain the headstock, and then we'll plug it back up and pour in our flushing solution. There we go. So here's the gear train. Well, it looks pretty clean in there. So the drain plug that was down there, the paint was completely encasing the head of the screw, so it looks like it hasn't been removed since this coat of paint was put on. So yeah, I don't know how many hours this was ran without an oil change, or how bad that is. Everything looks pretty clean in here. Hole in my glove. But yeah, so reading through the manual, there appeared to be some filters that needed to be cleaned inside of the headstock, or checked at least when you're doing the oil change. So we'll let me find those and we'll check them out. Okay, so I have found the oil filter. Originally I thought it was behind here, this sight glass. This is just an oil level sight glass, but here we've got a little stack of brass washers that act like a filter. Come on. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff on there. There's a lot of stuff on there. So what I did is I very, very carefully, on this end, you can see there's these little protrusions. And I very, very carefully stuck a screwdriver in there and just applied a very small amount of pressure to start to turn this out of the threaded fitting. And eventually it came out. So if you hold on for just 1 second, we'll take a look on the inside. So we've got an oil line here that runs from an oil pump run off of the spindle that comes up, pressurizes the oil, pumps it through this filter stack, and you can see back inside there at about the 3 o'clock position. That's pretty difficult to see, but there's a return hole, and then it returns that back into the rest of the system. So let's go get this guy cleaned up. Okay, so we're over here at the ultrasonic cleaner. What we've got is our filter stack here, and I've got an old jalapeno jar. I like keeping these guys for both use in the shop and in the garage. So what I've got is a mixture of this stuff, which can be purchased at Harbor Freight. It works great for ultrasonic cleaning. So it's a pretty strong degreaser, so you want to cut it pretty drastically. I think on the back here it says something like 100 to 1. One part of degreaser to 20 parts of water. But general cleaning is up to 200, a 1 to 200 ratio. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy. I don't like dropping things in there, so we'll carefully slide it in. And reposition. Okay, so we're out 5 minutes in the ultrasonic cleaner, and I can't quite reach it. Okay, so grab a pair of this might be a bad idea. Well, it's not a bad idea because it doesn't work. Okay. Got it. Okay. Five minutes and it's looking better. Alrighty. So there's the information on this specific filter. That's the shape of the backside. Okay, let's go get this put back in. We'll move on from there. Okay, so I've got my solution mixed up as per the manual. 4 parts kerosene to 1 part lightweight motor oil. Okay, so now as you can see, our oil level is sufficiently high. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the top bolted back on, and then I'm going to run it at low speed for a couple minutes just to try to get that, that kerosene and oil mix pumped throughout the system, try to dislodge any gunk that's occurred over the last 75 years. And then we'll drain it, make sure all the kerosene's out, and then we'll just top it back up with our oil, and we'll be done. Okay, so got the top cover back on. As you can hear, our spindle motor is running, or not our spindle motor, but our drive motor. So I'll reach down here to the clutch, and you can see our sight glass here is dark, so our oil pump is pumping. And we'll start to engage the drivetrain. Okay, so I think I'm going to call that good. We'll take a look at the inside, we'll get it shut down, take a look at the inside, see if anything's changed.